Hello, this is Zedis. Welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video, clearing some 2019 levels again. I have quite a doozy to start this one out. Some of the hottest garbage I've ever seen. Looks completely unbeatable, but I take it out. I think I end up doing 6 or 7 levels this time, but a couple of them are gonna get deleted. Hidden block levels, basically. I actually played, once I beat this, I actually tried a couple of this guy's other uncleared 2019 levels, and I recorded one of them, and it was similar to this one, but not quite as bizarre, so I'm not gonna include that one. Plus, it wasn't random. I want to keep randomized ones here. And then I started a third one, and it was just find the hidden block, and it was very uninteresting. So I didn't even finish that one. But yeah, this one just starts you off with an onslaught of absolute garbage, dropping all kinds of things all over you. You have to find your way through this mess, and it took me many lives just to figure out what I was supposed to do here. Yeah, it's some crazy stuff. I think it had like 50 tries when I started, 52 tries or something like that. I can't imagine many people put any effort into this, because yeah, this is just so obviously a terrible level. But as it goes on, it gets it's actually a somewhat interesting terrible level, and it was very fun to take off the board. But yeah, still, make no mistake, it's an awful level. One of the worst levels I've ever seen. And you almost have to admire it for that. So here, all this stuff is gone now, and I kind of figured this was the way I was supposed to do it, but man, that seems hard. It seems unnecessarily hard to precisely drop on that skull platform with the piranha plants all over it. I actually end up figuring out a foolproof way, or a pretty close to foolproof way of doing it as I go on. It took a lot of time, though. So here's me again, just kind of trying to land on that very edge without dying. I'm sure I died 20 times trying to do it. Yeah, I actually almost had it right there, but I did land on. But eventually, what happens is I just go start bouncing, start spinning on those piranhas, and just barely move to the right. And eventually, and here's me screwing up really bad. In my defense, I have a brand new controller. It's actually quite nice, wireless. For the first time in a while, I've been using a lot of wired controllers, but I splurged on a wireless one. But I will say, like, the joysticks are a bit slippery. I guess maybe because they haven't been played with enough yet. But it's a nice controller. It seems like some of my issues might be solved once I get it broken in a little better. So here's the first time I actually get up. You saw me boo the level when he trolled me. I mean, I should have booed the level immediately anyway, but and this is actually pretty interesting. Obviously, I can enter that pipe, and I go over here and I find a hidden block. It really looks like I must have looked at the level viewer to find that, but I honestly, it just looked like something had to be over here, and I happened to hit that block immediately. And this power-up is absolutely required. If it's not, there's another hidden one somewhere, because once I get in the subworld, you'll see what I mean. Yeah, so this pipe seems my only option. I guess I could go back, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go back to that garbage to the left. Here's a fairly standard and not probably the most fair part of this level. race against the lava. But if you don't have this power up, how hard is this going to be? I can't imagine doing this if you hadn't found that power up. If I hadn't have found that, I probably would have ended up checking the level viewer, because then I would have just assumed there's a power up on that climb somewhere, where when you don't have any time to look for it. But yeah, you need a power up to break the brick. So if you don't find that hidden power up, you're gonna climb up, race against the lava. You think, oh, this is a real level now, and then no, you're screwed. Yeah, this is some real hot garbage. I'm surprised it didn't have a 99% impossible poor Zeta SSJ on it, because it seems like one of those levels. I've definitely played some decent ones, but yeah, most of them are pretty garbage. Zeta SSJ, I think, is a Chilean YouTuber or streamer who plays the game, and people seem to make a lot of hot garbage for him. But he's very popular with Hispanic Mario Maker 2 players. Yeah, some of this level almost seems fair now. Every once in a while, it seems like a real level. Yeah, this definitely kind of falls into the category of find the hidden block, because you can't win without that power up. Normally I wouldn't include it, but I thought it was a fairly interesting level, and I had a fairly fun time playing it, and here I lose Yoshi. I'm like, god dang it. But you know what? It turns out that they were gonna make me ditch Yoshi anyway, so you can't get Yoshi through the spiral. You can't bring a power up this way. So you gotta be small, which I already was, because I got hit by Bowser Jr. And you have to ditch the Yoshi. Oh, and then here we get Picador. I choose poorly. Sends me back to the beginning, which you can't even survive because you have to be spin jumping. Yeah, thanks for that, buddy. I think I actually laughed because I knew it. I knew I wasn't gonna pick the right door. Here we have yet another Bowser Jr. fight. And I die by Kaizo block. Now on this run, you're gonna want to watch the timer, because I certainly wasn't. Yeah, it's nice that they give you a fire flower right there, actually. So another hidden power up. That one's not that hard to find. You don't really need it, but it killed me. So mission accomplished on his part, I'm sure. Yeah, after you expose those Kaizo blocks, this fight is nothing. And I'm thinking if I hit that P-switch, I'm gonna get screwed, but really I'm not, because I have a power-up. I could easily just break through any of these bricks. I think watching this again, I'm pretty sure the reason I didn't notice that there was a timer was because he was putting all the sound effect spam in it. Yeah, whatever trolls he was working with, he made it work. And look, right here, right at the goal, I screamed. Not like out of anger either. I just thought it was funny. So here's the final run. I do apologize for how long it's going to take me to get on this platform, but I was doing this pretty much every time I made it this far. I would say 90% of my lives were lost trying to figure out what to do in this first room. Yeah, if you go fast, you'll fall off. You might get lucky, but I'm just imperceptibly moving over, and obviously the timer is not super tight really, but it's that definitely is a big waste of time. Yeah, you get that fire. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna get the propeller head anyway. I could definitely make it to the I could make it to the next room with the mushroom. So I guess it's not a required propeller hat. Because if I can make it with a mushroom, I can break those bricks. I just probably a pretty hard race against that fast-moving lava. Yeah, I just blast through these bonsai bills because I know I'm going to get this power up. Definitely makes it easier, right? Yeah, originally I just thought that pipe looked too easy, so I wanted to check out what else was over there. In the other level I beat by this guy, there are very similar power-ups hidden up against walls where you wouldn't normally look. But I had already played this one, so I knew to look. Yeah, so like I said, sometimes hot garbage can be fun, and this I think is fun. Definitely boo-worthy, but it's fun in a way. Yeah, I mean, I've seen much crappier hot garbage levels. Yeah, it just throws in boss fight after boss fight. Nothing interesting either. If you have the Yoshi, there's no problem there. Even if you don't have the Yoshi and we're spin jumping, it wouldn't be hard. This one's a little harder because of the slope. It makes it hard to avoid Bowser Jr. Of the 3 boss fights, this is the hardest of them. But it's still not that bad. Yeah, the boss fights in this game, it definitely got a lot better with the Koopalings, but it was never the strongest point of this this game. It still isn't, even with the Koopalings. The Koopalings are kind of annoying too because they take forever to beat up. They can go in their shell and spend forever rolling around. You have to get really inventive with boss fights to make them interesting. Just throwing a boss out there is not very fun for the most part. Yeah, no one at the timer's there, no one where everything is. I get there fairly quickly. I was being a little overly cautious the last time. Putting all kinds of hooks there to impede your process, or your progress. There, that hot garbage has been defeated. At least one other 2019 level by this creator has been defeated. The third one, some really crappy 3D World hammer level. That one is still up for grabs if you want it. I would use the level viewer though, because there are some hidden blocks aplenty in that one. $54 lives. Second level I'm including is a 10-second Japanese speedrun. I get actually 2 10-second speedruns in a row here, and both of them are okay. The second one's quite good. This one is, it's probably meh. I give it a like, but mostly because every other level I'd played had been terrible. I look at the upload screen, or the more info tab, and I didn't even notice this the first time, but I did later, that the second to last person who had played this was ProfX. You might remember one of his levels from my first Friends with ZDs video. Yeah, he's a guy I've known since probably August, September of 2019, so that was kind of fun to see, and I contacted him and told him about it. And he followed me and gave it a second clear. Yeah, this is one that I gave a like. That when I look at it now, it's like it's not really that good, but it's okay. I mean, it's not terrible. There are some sniper thwomps at the beginning. I had no excuse of dying from those because I had seen them in the thumbnail. Just trying to get oriented. This had 83 tries when I started, and appropriately for a cat level, it took me 9 lives. By the way, I love the drowning boom boom in lava at the end there. I didn't even see that. I don't even remember seeing that the first time around. But yeah, pretty simple level. I'm shocked that it took, that people had tried it 83 times and couldn't beat it because it really wasn't that hard. Timer was a little tight, but not bad. If you just did what you were supposed to do, you could get there. Okay, third level is another 10-second speed run. This one is quite difficult. It took me 61 lives. I'm sure everyone who encountered it early on thought, there's no way this can be done, or I can't do this. Even when I started playing this, I thought, oh man, I'm sure this is going to be my first failure in this experiment, because so far, something like getting on 50 levels, I haven't failed any of these. I've defeated every one I've gotten. I'm sure at some point I will hit something. But yeah, this one I cut out tons of deaths on this one because it's basically that first jump is very hard, and there's an almost identical jump at the very end. Yeah, it just took me a while to figure out. There's could be a little better indication after this first jump, but otherwise it's a very good level, very fun. It's just extremely hard, and you have to be good at this this little trick, this lethal ejection trick. There was a level early on in Mario Maker called lethal ejection where they figured out how to use these on-off blocks to do a little trick jump. But yeah, so this section of the video is going to be very short because I obviously I cut out a ton. Only showing progress. It's only an 8-second level. I do wish there were just a little bit more to make it a bit tighter on that clock, but it's quite fun. Yeah, easily the best level I got this round. And we end it with, well, a nice first, or a beat it first of all, but the clear rate is now a perfect 1 out of 100. So it took me 61 tries. Okay, on to the fourth and final level. Usually I like to include 5 levels in these videos, but the first level was very long, the second level was very long, and I sandwich 2 10-second speedruns between them. This is a decent-ish level. It had a lot of tries, 372 attempts. When I got this randomized, I thought, wow, now I have a really good level. Really not a good level necessarily, but a really good for content level anyway. Yeah, it's a Japanese level based on thwomps. It's relatively fair, relatively difficult. I wouldn't say extremely difficult, but it's pretty difficult. This first room, not counting the little intro room, but this first room is the best part of it. Thwomp riding, generally a fun activity. Riding this thwomp, I like the wigglers on his head. That's a cute way to start it. But the rest of it is normal Z spin thwomp riding. In the future, I'm going to avoid these bumpers because I hate them. I hate the physics of them. I try to avoid them if I can, and here I can actually just jump from the thwomp right onto those clouds. Not an easy jump to avoid these saws, but it's not that bad either. Better than jumping off the bumper onto them, since you have to bounce up really high. Never found out what was to the right. I assume death. This is clearly the way I have to go. So I did 2 more levels for this this session that I did cut. They weren't very interesting. One was a kind of a hot garbage thing. Lot of Kaizo blocks. Yeah, just a bunch of garbage. It wasn't quite a Little Timmy level, and it wasn't a terrible level, but it wasn't a good one either. And then the other one I cut was a Japanese speedrun, an SMBU. It was pretty easy. Both of those levels took me less than 10 minutes. In fact, 4 of the 6 levels that I played took me less than 10 minutes. And then the other 2 took me like 30. So yeah, I just cut those 2. They're not that I've saved them for now, maybe in a future video, but I doubt it. They're just not that interesting. So I made it past the first section. Here's the second section. I would count 3 sections in this level. And this I wouldn't say it turns to garbage, but there's, you know, you get some sniper thwomps. This is the pixel art from the preview image. And I think the sound effects actually distracted me, and I ended up falling off. I can forgive him for the sound effect, the small amount of sound effects. That is cute. I like the design here with the boom booms. So yeah, I didn't realize right away that this was just above where I start. I mean, I kind of figured it out pretty quick, but I assumed at first it was a different section. So here, I go in the other door, and I would say this is the room that kind of ruins this level. It's not terrible, but it's annoying, and it's slow, and I had to do it over and over and over again because it's very easy to die. It's very easy to misjudge the timing on this. As you'll see right here, I go too late, and I get crushed. This was my second attempt at a voiceover because I had mistakenly left in a 4-minute montage of me dying to this part. So I had to start over, erase that, and start over. I had meant to delete it, but I didn't. Yeah, this room, I wouldn't even say it's hard. It just kills me because of my impatience, or just bad timing, maybe. Like I said, it's easy to go too early and run face first into the thwomp, or it's easy to pause and wait too long and run under him and get crushed. Yeah, it's like, it's not unfair. It's not cheap. Some of those sniper thwomps in the previous room are a little cheap, but and then the last room, as we'll see, is a bit cheap. I have a lot of restraint. Yeah, see how I went through all that just to die to that last thwomp. So let's start here again, back here. I want to praise my restraint for not booing this level. I kept telling myself every time I died in that room, I'm like, I want to boo it, but I'm not going to, because that's not a bad level, it's not unfair. And then every slightly unfair thing just drove me closer to booing it. Eventually, I'll just be satisfied and moving on. Yeah, this is right there, that's cheap. That's a cheap death. You have the distracting sound effect, and you can't react quick enough. You have to know. Here's another sniper thwomp, but I kind of predicted that one. Trying to be careful, because I know there might be other things to kill me. And then this very last section, here's the bridge. I know it's the end. He's at least smart enough to block off the top, so I can't go over. Yeah, I had a little difficulty. I probably got here 3 or 4 times and died. I know that guy's coming for me. I can see him looking. So I'm just trying to judge, and I completely misjudge. So it's almost a little moving blocks puzzle here. How do I avoid these swamps? And all three of the ones above and the one that's coming towards me. And it took me a few tries. Not too bad, but kind of difficult. Right here, I could have avoided, if I had jumped quick enough, I could have avoided that guy. So here's the final run from the checkpoint. I like how he wants me to Z-spin off that thwomp, like I can't just jump up there. Yeah, sorry for making you watch this room again. It's torturous, I know. I had to do it 20 times. Always have to kill that guy just to give me one less thwomp to have to run under. Gives me a little better chances of making it through. Yeah, like I said, it's not hard. It's just I get killed by impatience. And I always go around to this bottom door because I see these thwomps. I don't want to misjudge where they are because I always forget. I try to go under them a couple of times and I was failing. I make sure to drop that guy so I can let him go up slowly. I was just trying to take this easy because, like I said, I had died so many times already. Yeah, this level, like a lot of levels, really peaks in the first room. I feel like he was much more inventive early on. I feel like my own levels are like that a lot too, and that I'll have an idea and I'll make it, but my ideas get spent right away, and then I have to just come up with something else, and maybe that's what it feels like. Okay, let's see how many. I do give this guy a so tough because this is a hard level. And yeah, 18 minutes. That's not counting how many times I died in the first room, which was plenty. Mostly that one thwomp room. Let's see. 414. Oh, not too bad. Like 45 tries, something like that. Okay, thanks for watching.